evening to you. My name is Wayne. I am the Lone Headbanger, and I'm hoping that I find you well this evening. So, I did have a concept in mind, as I voiced in my previous video. However, I figured I needed to come clean about something. So last week's video, you may or may not have noticed that I was wearing a hoodie. And the reason behind this is because I was trying to hide this. Yep, that's a hospital bandage. I got to a point last Wednesday, a week today, where I was so low and so frustrated that I took out my frustrations on myself and cut myself almost to the bone. So I ended up having to go to hospital and get it stitched. Stitches come out on Friday, which is good. I've never done anything that bad before. Lots of blood. Very extreme. I had to have an X-ray to make sure it hadn't actually touched the bone. It hadn't, but it was close. And when I got home last week, I did my video, as you no doubt saw. And last week I didn't think it was the right time to reveal this kind of thing, especially with being my birthday the following day. So that was a great birthday present for myself. I'm in hospital again. Although my birthday was technically the day after, so it kind of doesn't count. But I mean, it happened because I was triggered by something. It wasn't a suicide run. The cut was on top of my wrist, not underneath. So it wasn't an attempt at ending my life. It was just literally lashing out in frustration. Which I'm obviously not proud of. As I said, I didn't know whether to mention it or not, but this channel has been, if nothing else, I try and be honest with it. I try and be honest with you guys as well. I try and show you guys as many facets of my mental health and what it does as I can. This time I decided not to show pictures. I do have the pictures of it, and before I just found it gruesome, but now I've had time to reflect. It's more fascinating, more interesting as to what it looked like and what I'd done. Looks like a horror film. It's pretty grim. So yes, obviously I am full of regret. I am getting additional help. My medication's increased and there are other things in place, and obviously I'll keep you posted on those. But I've had some tremendous support from several people over the last week, which I cannot thank those people enough for. My friend Sal, she noticed the bandage straight away. She knew what it was, and so we had a conversation and kind of talked things out. And then Fiona, who gave me a lift up to the hospital, greatly appreciate that. I could have possibly taxied or called an ambulance so I'd stop bleeding by the time I actually went to hospital, but to have someone to talk to reassure me and look after me while I was going up there was priceless. So Fee, thank you so much for that, and Sal for your support as well, and for anyone else who has messaged me or wished me a happy birthday even. You know, it's been a tough week. But we're battling through. You know, we're getting there. I think. I mean, the increase in medication is making me feel a bit woozy and a bit giddy and a bit tired as well. But yeah, as I said, I ummed and ahed about this, and I thought, you know, I'll face it this week, and then I'll move on to the seasonal depression that I said I was going to do. I can do that next week. I think that's my plan anyway. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, the whole point of me doing this though is to show that, I mean, anyone who does this kind of thing, I know a few people that have self-harmed in the past and some that still do. I just want you to know that you aren't alone. There are others out there who partake of it, and while it's nothing to particularly be proud of, don't be ashamed of yourself. Something is driving you to behave in that manner. It's not what you'd call normal behaviour. Something is pushing you to do that, and that's what you've got to realise, is that if you're doing this kind of thing to yourself, there's a reason for it. You need to try and isolate that reason. I know my reasons, I know what's going on, and as I said, I'm trying to take steps to prevent it happening again. And that's what you've got to realise, is that there are people out there who will talk to you as well, who want to offer support and advice. You know, that's what this is for. So again, if you need to talk to somebody about self-harm in any regard, drop me a comment, drop me a message on here, on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever you want to contact me, please do. I mean, that was severe, that was bad. I bled a lot, and it could have done serious long-term damage. I was lucky. I've still got all movement in my fingers, my wrist is fine. So the damage is actually superficial. Somehow. There are stitches inside and outside of the wound, and my hand is quite swollen and bruised underneath the bandages. I've had a look. So I was lucky. Other people may not be so fortunate. So I'd rather try and talk you down before it gets to that kind of stage, if I can. Or I could offer you support, I could offer you insight. I can't solve your problems, but I can be your shoulder. That's what I can offer. I can offer support. A little bit of advice maybe, but I like to think of myself sometimes as an emotional sponge. You know, throw your emotions at me, I shall absorb them. But yeah, that's all I wanted to focus on this week really, was just to try and be honest with you guys. But yeah, I'm okay. I'm alright at the moment. I'm working my way through my safety plan and my plan to move forward. As I said, I've already increased my sertraline dosage, and there's other things I'm going to do as well, and I'll keep you posted on those, and hopefully they'll help. I feel a little bit like a hypocrite doing a mental health support channel when I struggle so much myself, but Got to do something. Anyway, I will try and do next week's on the original idea of this seasonal depression, unless something really important crops up. So, with that, as always, it's horrible out there. The world doesn't seem to be getting much better. So, all we can do is keep plodding on and keep each other upright. So, with that in mind, please stay strong, stay safe, and I will see you next week.